Hi everybody, I'm Captain Floofers, and welcome to Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. For those of you keeping score at home, I have played this on the channel before, but I am playing it today because unfortunately something came up and Greg wasn't able to make it. So we're not going to be playing Shin Megami Tensei this week. Hopefully everything will be sorted out by next week so that we can continue with that, but I kind of don't want to continue that playthrough without him, even if it does mean, you know, not doing like the super boring task I have in front of me on screen. But either way, I've decided to do this instead. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I usually pick active anyway. Starting with Frog and Robo. Fair enough. And I do have this set for because I still haven't played this a lot, and I haven't played this in a long time. Besides, I have this set to with the new player tags on, so fairly simple options are up. I also have an auto tracker up and running, which will update on the screen right there, so you can see we already have Frog and Robo, and we already have Magic because in with the new player flag set, you have Magic unlocked automatically. You don't have to get it from Specchio. Okay, so I am a little bit rusty, but let's check some stores and things. I should probably write some things down too. Yeah, give me a moment. I'm just gonna get like a notebook out or something like that so I can write down. 2 seconds. Alright, sorry about that. Starting off strong, I know. But I'm basically going to check the stores to see if there might be anything that I'll want. So I can check to see... Does the power tab only still give me one? Because, like, I've been watching friends play this. Yeah, it doesn't say I'm, like, just straight up anymore. Well, I guess I'll give it to Robo, but, that's the thing is, like, on all the seeds and stuff I've seen other people play, it comes up with like power tab +4. I think it might be just because the race flags are on or whatever. Load Helm and Ruby Vest are actually both pretty good. I got cheap heals and fairly cheap mid tonics pretty much straight away. So where was this? Poor? Let me just double check what the Tata's House Cafe. I think this is, yeah, it's Poor. So Poor, or Pore, or however you want to pronounce it. I usually just say Poor because that's how I'm used to pronouncing it. It's the same reason why I mispronounced Masamune as Masamune, specifically for Chrono Trigger. Aeon Blade may-ish be helpful if we find Chrono, but I'll mark down Load Helm for 4,000 and Ruby Vest for 3.6 thousand. Okay. I don't know how long exactly this is going to take. I traditionally, it takes me like 3 or 4 hours to clear a seed. So knowing my luck, it's going to take me longer than that now that I'm recording it. Alright, this is Dorino. Or San Dorino. So Dorino has Load Helms for 4,000 as well. Flash Mail and Dark Mail. I think Flash Mail might be better. Yeah, I mean, judging by the price. I mean, I don't know if the prices don't seem to be randomizer. I don't know if they get like, you know, balanced prices or not. But I'll make a note of the Flash Mail at least. Maybe the Dark Mail too, and Hurricane if we get Magus. I'll write down Load Helm there again. And Magic Rings too. Flash mail for 7k. Dark mail. Because that gives magic defense, I think. That's what MD is magic defense. And I'll write down magic ring as well. For 5k. Some fairly accessible ethers as well. That's never a bad thing. I'm not going to buy like a magic ring for either of these two. Neither of these are going to be focusing on magic, I don't think. They usually don't. So what does Truce have? Truce. Seraph Song, Regenerate. Oh, that's decent, I guess. I don't think I'm going to go for a white vest. Megaton Arm is a huge boost for Robo. I don't think I'm going to write any of these down, but I may get the weapon for Robo if I don't find anything soon. I think Chorus is the only other city or town in 600 because Medina's not there yet. Medina is just Ozzy's fort. Market's there, okay. Not as expensive upgrade for Robo. I'm gonna leave these alone for now. Now let's check. I'm gonna check the stores in 1000 real quick, and also the snail stop. Because if I need something from the snail stop, it's gonna be expensive, which is why I'm not buying anything yet. Where's your market? Does Chorus not have a market in 1000? Do you sell anything? No. Okay. I guess Chorus doesn't have a market in 1000, because that's the Mayor's Manor now. And that's the Carpenter's house. Alright, fair enough. Let's go to Medina, because Medina is like right up here. I'm probably not going to buy anything from them right away, but because, you know, they... Well, actually, no. I'll hold off on Medina for now. Should I beat up the guys here? Just to kind of... Just to see what they have. It's going to be hella expensive, and I'm not going to be able to buy it, but may as well just see what they have. For when, if we get to the point where we clear Ozzy's fort. Okay, what do they have? Besides a lot of levels. Oh, shock right away. Okay, everything's 65k. They have Lumen Robe. Ooh, Demon hit's pretty good for Frog. Doomfinger not as much as like the not the Magma Knuckle, but the other one we found. Doomfinger. No, that was Doomfinger. Either way. What does Melchior have? We need to check him at the fair too. His power ring, okay. And head on over to Truce. I don't think the market's open because we have to go through the we have to go through the jail to open that up. But we can at least check with the people here. I forget which ones are shops and not. Lots of Chrono weapons. I think we can find something better than power scarves. Just magic rings. What does Melchior have over here? Rune Blade is actually pretty good. That might be... I might get the... A Mega Blast if we get Luca. Dream Bow if we get Marl. Stone Arm is crap. Alright, so... I may go for the Rune Blade because it's a little bit more accessible than the Demon Hit right now. But I can't get both weapons for Frog and Robo. So right now I've only got my eyes on some of the defensive stuff I've been writing down here. I know I haven't written a lot down. But, like, nothing so far is, like, better than, like, what Dorino has, I don't think. And I may just go there and get, like, the armor there. Because the weapons are going to be too expensive. It also depends on what the Snail Stop has, if that's something I want. What do you have? Bent Sword. Alright. Snail Stop has Bent Sword. So if it looks like I might need the Masamune for Go mode, then I'll go for it. But for right now, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, so what I'll do is not try to go forward in time, because there's nowhere I can go. I don't have access to any other location right now. I'm going to buy, like, Flash Mail and Load Helms from San Dorino. And I don't think that I'll have much left over for a weapon, but if I do, I'll get Robo's weapon, I think. So, 2 of them, 2 of them. Oh, I can only buy 1 of them. Well, I got the important thing out of the way anyway. Sell the titanium vest. Alright, that's fine. I'll go through the cathedral. Actually, before I go through the cathedral, let's farm some shelters real quick. I'll get 5 shelters. Because they're free, and they're actually set, they're not randomized. And these were easy enough to get at the beginning of the game in vanilla, so I'll just go ahead and get some. I guess we can beat these guys up too. If we get enough, if we end up getting enough, like, money from fights, I guess we can get one of the... Well, get the other, Load Helm first. But because we gained so many levels, I don't think defense is going to be too big of a problem going into the cathedral. Leap Slash, Uzi Punch. Damn. We're getting all of Robo's best abilities first. Because Shock is his strongest ability, or at least it's the ability he normally learns last in vanilla. So we got lightning damage, if we can afford to cast it. And Uzi Punch does a shit ton of damage too. So it's a good thing. I think what I might do... I highly doubt at this point that we're going to be able to afford weapons, so I'm not going to bother. But I was just saying, like, if we can afford to get one of the weapons, I'll focus on frogs, because Robo has Uzi Punch. But, I mean, honestly, getting the upgrade for Robo as well would be good, because that ups his attack power, and that's what Uzi Punch is based off of, so... But like I said, either way, we're probably not going to be doing that. I don't even know if we'll get enough for the other helmet. Again, not a big deal if we don't. How many shelters is that now? 4? That is 4. Alright, so let's get one more. I don't mind getting mid-tonics off of those guys either if we run into them. I just don't really want to run into them right now. What level are we as well? Level 7. That's actually strong enough to beat Yakura. That's like my benchmark for beating Yakura is level 7. I think I read it in like a walkthrough somewhere on the ancient internet one time, because back when I was first playing this game was also a time where I used guides for everything, or if I could find them. And there was like one guide like on, and this is like back in like 2000, 2001. And I literally like saw a guide that basically ingrained like level 7 for Yakura, level 10 for Guardian in my brain. And those are all the levels I strive to get by those points in the story. Also, I guess it doesn't matter what our defenses, what armor and stuff we got, because we're gonna get a third-party member here anyway. So maybe it's someone like Magus or Ayla who will actually start off with good equipment. Or at least better equipment than like what. Because like if it's Chrono or Luca or Marl, they start with very low level equipment. Because you get them so early. And hey, if it's Magus, that's like Frog, Robo, and Magus is like a team makeup that I'm kind of familiar with. Because like Chrono, Frog, Robo, like Chrono, it's either like Chrono, Frog, Magus is like usually my vanilla endgame party. But I did used to do Chrono, Robo, Magus a lot. But like every character is good in their own way, so I don't mind whoever I get. But I like using the characters that I'm more familiar with, obviously. Oh, it's Marl. Okay. I think these 3 have a triple tech if we find the right, like the Gold Rock, I think, has a triple tech for this. So this is like a Grand Dream strats. I can live with that. We'll probably find some other equipment while in the dungeon as well. I'm not going to skip everything. I want to get levels. So I'm not going to skip everything. I should have probably checked what techs we're starting with, too. Because I know Frog and Robo learned some, but I don't know what they started with. All I know is that the order they learn, like their techs aren't like randomized between the entire party. Actually, what level is Marl? Now that I think about it, she's level 5. Okay. I don't know what they started with. Okay, we started with heal. He started. Okay, those we didn't start with anything for them. She's going. Is everyone just getting their best things? I mean, Frog's not. Frog's not getting Frog Squash, but he's got heal and Leap Slash, which is great. So we already have a healer. She's only got a little bit to life too, though. So she can revive somebody like once with her MP level. Alright, I don't have to talk to these guys. I know if there's like tabs and chests this way, so... Gold earring, that's actually very good. And a load vest. Okay, we can give the load vest to Marl. Who should get the earring? Probably Robo. Let's just give it to Frog for now. Because he has less HP than Robo. Max HP anyway. Dreambow. Okay, that's actually very good for Marl. Oh, and we got Doomfinger anyway. Yes, that's fine. We just need to find a good sword for Frog, and we're pretty much golden. Oh, I didn't mean to bump into you. Does that trigger automatically anyway, or... whatever, I can use the experience. She's slowed. It's not that big a deal, I don't think. Because she can still hit like a truck right now, comparatively to these characters anyway. Like, even Frog has a starting sword, and he's doing really well. Okay. Alright, that's Marl getting life too. So we have I don't even know if we have a crutch because she doesn't have any MP. I mean, we're gonna save before the next boss anyway, and we'll use a shelter if we need to. I don't think we'll need the revive, but it's nice to have something to fall back on if need be. I think she needs 15 MP to cast it. She only has 12 right now. Oh, she got Cure 2 too. That's also very good. Organize. So that's full heal for somebody. Though, heal is, you know, at our level, heal is more than enough, really. Let me get the Nagate Bromide. Because that might be a check for later. Actually, I want to see if we can. I want to see if we can learn our water spells sooner rather than later, because Retinite might be... I mean, as much as I don't want to fight Retinite super early, Retinite might be a, might be in logic this, you know, super early. I know he's been scaled down for the rando, but you can never be too careful. Someone got the flea vest is only for women, I think. Oh. Oh no, that's a an accessory, rather. You can use the flea vest. Let's give you a power ring. And you're fine with a gold earring for now. Okay. So it's the chest. A load helm, okay. Well, now we don't have to buy one. And then in here, there's at least a tab. Another power tab. I'll give that one to Frog. Because if I don't use them right away, then they'll just accumulate. That's just how it is with me and the tabs. I usually try to use them right away. I think outside of possibly a better weapon for Frog, we're more than ready for Yakra now, so I can just do my best to speed through stuff, but I'm still not, you know, great at dodging enemies. We got another shelter. That's nice. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and save here and use a shelter. We got a few shelters, actually, since we've been here. Oh, there's a chest over there. Should have grabbed it. Grab these, mid-ether. Okay. Leave you alone. Use that one. Alright, perfect. Let's grab this while we're up here. Hyper ether, nice. We have to fight these guys. I could probably full screen them, honestly. Just get through it quicker. Because I don't think we're going to need this for, like, Yakra. We have plenty of other techs we can overpower him with. Let's grab that. A Doom Sickle. Open up the door. And go back around. And in. Alright, screw you guys. Yes, do save. Be careful. I don't think that much care is needed here. Quote said moments before disaster. Now we've got this. It's no big deal. Hell, I think Robo can at least get an Uzi punch off. Oh, Leaf Slash is actually pretty cheap, so I can just spam that on him. Right, you just have Cure spells, so you can just attack. No, I cannot use Uzi Punch. I can use Shock again. I don't think I need to, though. Okay, he's nothing. Let's shock him, see what it does. It's certainly not going to do nothing. There you go. Also, you're not going to see a lot of flashing. I actually disabled a lot of the flashing when I made the seed. See what's... I think one of them is still like the other Chancellor or whatever. Yeah. And we can start looting the castle. I don't think that... in the rando, I don't think that looting the chests in earlier eras will affect their future counterparts, so I'm fine with just getting what I can. Alright, let's see who's in Marl's spot. It's Magus. I think we have some better equipment for Magus anyway. I like using Magus, so I'll use Magus. Yeah, he starts off with, like, pretty great equipment overall anyway. So I don't think that anything that I find is going to be better. Nice upgrade for Frog there. So while we're here, let's check what the chef has. Also, let's take some of the other loot up in the other towers and whatnot. Okay. I don't have the pendant, so I can't open the black chest if I see it. This is Dark Mail. I think I already have Dark Mail. I have Raven armor. It's not as good as what we have anyway. And Marl can't equip it anyway. Okay. So we can either hold on to it just in the off chance that we get Chrono, or we can sell it. It'll probably be a decent amount of money. For what good that'll do us in the long run. Lapis. Oh, I think I have to talk to the Knight Captain first. And at Xenon Bridge. That's fine. Okay, now we can go at it and get that check, whatever it might be. And I think we'll have to fight Zombor anyway, if I remember correctly. Also, what techs does Magic have, if anything? Magus. He's got Black Hole and Ice 2. And Black Hole has been changed to not act like it did in Vanilla, but actually it does non-elemental magic damage. So we do have lightning and water coverage, but it's full screen, so that's not great against Zombor. Because, like, for Zombor, you only want, like, single target spells like that. Because one half is weak to fire and lightning, the other half is weak to ice and shadow. And if you hit with the opposite one, that could be bad. He just straight up has, like, vanilla jerky. That's fine, I suppose. Now I get to do the bridge gauntlet. Although I did find out if you hit Ozzy a few times, that'll straight up allow you to. They'll just like end the encounter and allow you to go on to the next one. Also, I set it up so that Xenon Bridge plays the alternate battle theme that was never used. I say never used. It was later used in the DS version for like its little Pokemon system. And I also have it so that Death Peak plays Singing Mountain, which was also it's also in the game's code, but was never used. Is it in the game's code? I don't remember if it's in the game's code or not. I know it was on some of the soundtracks of the time, but like they were just never used like at any normal points in the game until the DS version. It does make me kind of wish that there is something like this for the DS version, but I don't think that's the case. Because people just don't seem to like the DS version anyway, or even the Steam version, which is based off the DS version. I like the DS version, but I've always been like a primarily portable or handheld guy, so I like figuratively crapped my pants when I found out that one of my favorite games was coming out on the DS at the time. And I still hold that it is my preferred version of the game, but to each their own. And yes, I do like the side content. I like the Dimension Vortex. I like all the... I like the extra items and stuff you get. I think it's all very neat, and for whatever reason, I guess because of, you know, purists or people just don't like the new content or whatever, like even if you're playing the Steam version, it has like separate speedrun leaderboards, but like the newer content isn't considered part of 100%. The 100% category, it's still just like finish the game and do all the side quests that were in the original version of the game. Even though, you know, 100% means everything in the game. So, you know, logically that would also include the other stuff, the new stuff. That would be included in that 100%, but I'm not a mathematician. Are you weak to... Are you weak to the ice, or are you weak to the lightning? Because if you're weak to the lightning... Oh, you're weak to the ice. Good. Because I don't have a way to... Do I have a way to heal Robo? I think I might have a way to heal Robo. I don't have a way to revive Robo. Darn it. Oh well. Magus can keep casting Ice 2 at him then, and that's fine. Just gotta make sure to keep the rest of the heals up. I'll cast heal now, just because I know he was gonna do that. So let me make sure, because I didn't 100% check. Okay, yeah, my mic is working. Just making double sure. Because it sure would be embarrassing to have gone this long. Like, how long has the recording been going? 40 minutes? Have to do all that again? I mean, at that point, I would have just been like, fuck it, I'm doing something else. If I'm going to be real with you. I would have just gone like straight to doing more Astro Rabby stuff and just like putting up the attempts. Because I mean I'm going to be doing Astro Rabby after this anyway because I've been slacking on it. I've only done one session of runs. And I haven't completed a run yet. And I did that session like a week or two ago. And then like a bunch of things just kept coming up. Like I did not expect like everything to come up in February for me. Like, and it's not like important stuff. Like this is just like all, you know, side stuff, like free time stuff that I'm like this stuff like this. I mean, I basically count recording separately, but because Greg and I have been doing Shin Megami Tensei, that's my primary YouTube thing. Whereas Astro Rabby, like the plan right now is just to do sessions of runs, and then like if I get like a PB or something, then I'll put it up, and that'll be like my submission to SRC. I can sell a lot of this stuff. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. I'll save that for like Ayla or something. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'll hold on to that. Because these, I usually have uses for these kind of elemental absorption armors. Primarily for, like, if I go after Giga Gaia, like, I'll usually have, like, one person wearing red mail, one person wearing black mail, and then, like, the other person wearing either a red or black vest. That also came from that. That's also ingrained in my head from that that guide I saw on the internet many moons ago. Okay, the Hurricane is not better than what we have now, so that's good. Actually, now that we have more money, let me check and see. At the very least, I want to see if the I think it was the Melchior in the fair had like the best sword I could get for Frog. I mean, like the demon hit is like equal in attack power at least to the Rune Blade. It just has a different other effect, which is it does double damage to magic enemies, which is very good. I would actually take that over Magic +4. But I also don't have 65,000, and I don't have like Happy Medina unlocked right now, so I'll just take that instead. I know, I already did see you. You didn't have anything I wanted. Alright, let's organize. Ooh, I got a power tab. Let's give that to Robo. Okay, perfect. Actually, we can actually stay in Chrono's house for free. I don't even know why I went to a, Actually, I just stayed in the Sandorino Inn. I don't need to even stay at Chrono's house. I don't even know why I did that, because I can just go to Chrono's house at any time on the overworld and just, you know, get that. Can I get this? Or do I have to beat Hecarim first? Yeah, I have to beat Hecarim first. And I can do Hecarim Cave. Oh, actually, really easy check. I can check the carpenter tools. Okay. The carpenter tools is just like a really easy check. Hero medal. Okay. Maybe I could get the bent sword, and I can check who the party member is at Frog's house. I can at least see who the party member at Frog's house is, because I can do Retinite, I can do Dinodoro, I can do Hecarim's Cave, and I can get whatever's the snail shop was the bent sword. Let's do Hecarim Cave. That seems like the least pain in the ass of any of the choices I have right now. And I have a magic user, so it shouldn't be too bad. I just gotta make sure to keep his MP up. I can kill these guys with normal attacks anyway, right? Or do they have to be... No, I can just kill them with regular attacks, it's fine. I could also use, I think shock will count as magic, too. I think as long as it's elemental, it'll still work. Mega Blast. Okay, like if I get Luca, that'd be great for that. Honestly, I can just Ice 2 everything. It'll be fine. The MP cost is already halved on it from what I can see. This normally costs 8. Magus can cast it with 4 right now. And I don't think he has anything that can modify that. He got fire now. Now I got fire coverage. Alright, so we got all of our elements. No, we don't have shadow. Because we don't have a shadow move, and we don't have anything that can mix with another thing to make a shadow move. We don't have like a shadow dual tech. Most dual techs, they involve magic or shadow, but we don't have anything that can cross over and be shadow right now. So all we have is like, why did I even go in here? So we have lightning with shock, we have fire 2, we have ice 2, and we have black hole, which is non-elemental magic. But we don't have shadow, which is fine. Like if we come across something that's like weak to shadow, then I mean, then again, I'm not really well versed with like enemy weaknesses in this. Unless they're, like, immune to... Like, I remember looking that stuff up a lot in the DS version. Because the new areas had new enemies that had, like, special weaknesses and resistances and everything. Like, everything was either resistant or immune to lightning there. And you couldn't just Luminaire spam everything. But, like, I'm not super well versed in, like, what's weak to what element. Which is normally my MO when I go into RPGs, is like I like to target weaknesses. I think that's one of the reasons I like Pokemon so much. Because you know there's so many weaknesses and resistances that I can memorize. I don't know. I mean, I primarily like Pokemon because of the collection aspect of it, but I don't know. It's just something satisfying about, like, using weaknesses for me. I may as well get these items. They're just, like, they'll be helpful, I guess. They're just recovery items, which isn't bad. You never know when you might need them. Roly-polies do still take decent damage from physical attacks, but I'm just gonna magic just to get through. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now we got lightning too. What do you have next? What does everybody have next? You've got water next. We already have water coverage. That's a nice number of skill points needed, though. Rocket Punch, which you'll get 22, but, like, it's not great. You already have Uzi Punch, so what's the point? Dark Bomb will be your next one, and that's shadow coverage. So, looking pretty good so far. I don't even need to look at any specific things. Just cast magic on these guys. I think the main thing I can think of is if we have to fight Magus, like the boss version of Magus. Because he actually has like a rotating shield that's, you know, only allows him to take damage from certain elements at any given time, and then like everything else just like heals him. Oh, cool. So next is Robo Tackle, which is decent. It's no Uzi Punch, but it's decent. And then Dark Mist, which is essentially like Shadow 2. We don't have any dual techs yet for Frog or Robo. Okay, let's use a Shelter. I have plenty. I can always get more if we need them, because they're free. And that way, we go into the battle with full MP, because we're going to need that full MP to fight Hecarim. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I think I can just cast anything on him, and it's fine. You don't have water yet. So you'll be healer. So that works out. Shock, I'm fairly sure, will still work. Yeah, Shock works fine. And I'll just have Frog heal if need be. I think it's a good idea to use it there. Especially considering right after I selected it, then both of the other two just took all the damage. Does Dark Bomb do more? I'm gonna check Dark Bomb. Okay, you can't do Shock anymore. Yeah, Dark Bomb does a hell of a lot more. I mean, it costs more too, but... I still think it's worth it. You have plenty of MP. Oh, shit. No, he's in counterattack mode. Why did I do that? Heal now! Oh, thank God. That could have gone a lot worse. Because he was in counterattack mode, and he would have like done a lot of damage if he didn't die there, essentially. All right, now that we've beaten Hecarim's Cave, now we can check in with Tabin and see if he has anything. Yeah, there we go. I got the Chrono Trigger. So that's important for accessing Death Peak. For a Zeal Go mode. Because one of the things about the new player flag set is that it's one of the ones where fighting Zeal on the Black Omen will count as a win, so you don't have to fight Lavos. And I think that there's only been like one time. I think it was like the one time I played on camera, like the one time I ended up not fighting her, and it was probably leading me to her. But like every other time I've played was like a Zeal Go mode, which is fine. It's just like the Black Omen's kind of a slog to get through, if anything. Let's check. Like if it's pointing us toward the whatchamacallit, the Black Omen, then the bent sword might not be worth it. Because the go mode for that, I would need the clone and what's that? The pendant. Right, who is in here? Luca. Well, we got Robo's Ribbon. All it does is just give him some buffs. Not gonna complain. A flash mail. Not as good for Magus. What about you? No. Okay. We can't get Luca unless we have the Masamune. And I'm not too terribly worried about whether I have Luca or not right now. I mean, she can equip all these Taban helms we've been getting. That's something, I suppose, but like the Taban helm's not great. Okay, so yeah, my only checks left outside of getting the bent sword from the snail stop are Retinite and Dinodoro. And I think Retinite will be quicker. I'm not going to go for all of these chests because they're not really usually worth it, and it's not worth fighting all these enemies all the time. And I don't know how to dodge these encounters. Like, I know people who can dodge these encounters because they play this game a lot. But I don't know where all the triggers are for them. So I think the strat for me is just going to be avoiding the chests and heading straight to the exit. I mean, Magus seems to be wiping these guys out with ice just fine, so it might not be that big a deal, but Frog is taking a worrying amount of damage. I mean, I'll get all the chests downstairs, but I'm not going to worry about all the chests here because it's not worth the time. I've got double water coverage, so that's good. Oh, come on. Alright, well that's gotta be it. There's no way that there's more after that if I just keep going straight down. Actually, let me move the OBS window a bit so I can see the record time. Because that's important to me, to be able to know how long I've been recording. I mean, it's not like it really affects anything, but... I mean, if I was really timing myself to see how long it would take me, or how quickly it would take me to beat the sea, because I'm not worried about, you know, beating a time or anything like that. If I was, I would have life split up and the timer going. But like, I always like to have like a, you know, a record time just kind of off to the side. Okay, Dark Helm is good. Aeon Helm is also good. Alright, Frog can get the Dark Helm. What about you? Oh, Aeon Helm is also good for you. be fine. You can get that load helm then. Okay. I've got a speed tab as well. Speed tabs only give 1. Which makes sense, considering that max speed is only 16. Ugh. I don't like that. Okay, you can run away, I don't care. I don't think I'm missing out on too many. I'm missing out on some experience, I guess, but I won't be missing out on too terribly much, especially if he's scaled down. Okay, Robo. I want you to Uzi punch this guy. Especially if he's going to keep using lasers that do a lot of damage. Put out another cure as well. I know that some of my early vanilla runs of this game did get to the point where I was healing every turn. Because I thought that was like the safe strat to do. And it is a fairly safe strat. Like I would always have like a healer character like Frog or Robo just like healing everyone every turn. But like these days I don't do that as much. He only has one stage of defense down, so like doubling up on ice or water won't it won't make it go down any further once it's already down. A rocket punch maybe. Cast ice on him again. I'm gonna start doing that. That's great. Oh, my heal MP's down. Also great, he lied. No, don't cast ice on him again. Just attack. I don't have any revives still, do I? I should buy some revives, since I'm in the position where I can buy some revives. Okay, that works. That is a lot of experience, though. The Mag is just missed out on, but c'est la vie. That was a speed tab. Okay. Going after that tab would be just like inviting another encounter I don't want to deal with. What are these? Full tonic and a shield. And Robo can do that while staying in the party. I'm gonna stay at an inn before I check in with the on what the check is. Come on. There we go. Then after that, all I can do is Dinodoro. Alright. Other Robo, what you got? A pendant, okay. So, I'm thinking Dinodoro probably has the clone. That's what I'm thinking. And then because I have pendant, I can just get future access. I think I'm strong enough to do Dinodoro. I think I can do it. I can at least try. If need be, we can also check the, once we get to the future, we'll also get the pendant charge. We have early charge on, and we can check all the black chests as well. Just gotta remember where they all are. I know one is in Hecarim's Cave. There's a few in Por. There's a few in Guardia Castle. And of course, there's the black doors that are in and around the future. Go away, Tada. Quit forcing me into fucking encounters I don't want to do. I don't remember if I can get the gold rock check here. I think I have to have like the Grand Leon to do that, but I can always see if I get one. Or at least check and see what the rock is. I don't know if it's going to be the gold rock, because the rocks, I think, are shuffled amongst themselves. So it could be the black or the... If I get the black or the blue rocks and I get Luca, then I have access to, or potential access to Omega Flare and Dark Eternal, which are both very good techs. No, not today. We'll talk to the Mountains Are Nice guy. And he'll just give me like a random thing, but like... Ooh, Pearl Edge. Is that better than Runeblade? No, it is not. It does do more damage to magic creatures, though. It does like plus 50% more. Not quite 2, but still not bad. So like if we ever have to go through Ocean Palace or something like that, that might be good for that. Or maybe even it might be useful in the Black Omen. Are you gonna force me to fight the Ogon? Okay. That's fine, I guess. fire on the Ogon. I know I don't really have to do that because I've proven that I'm strong enough to just kill the Ogon straight out without having to downgrade them. Hell, just using magic on it just did that. Got what? Excuse me? Pardon? What did I get? I'm not comfortable with what was displayed there. It said, it looked like it started like world something and then ended with sword, but like I didn't get any new swords. The last thing that's in here is a tonic. So I don't know what the fuck went on there. But I don't like it. Actually, yeah, you should have the hero medal on. Everyone's got their signature accessories. Alright, can I catch this Grand Leon? Yes. It's Silver Rock. Is that Grand Dream? I can't... No, it's Spin Strike. I forget which combination of people with Spin Strike. I think Ayla was one. It's like Ayla, Robo, and Frog. Yeah, Frog is one. Robo? Robo is one. And I'm thinking it's Ayla. Because she has Tailspin, which might be part of it. I know it's part of Poyozo Dance as well. Okay, it is Ayla. So if we get Ayla, we can do Spin Strike strats, I guess. Might be neat. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I put the hero medal on Frog now. Another load helm. Is this where the Mountains Are Nice koala is? And Robo can just, like, paste this guy, right? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was another Ogon. Yeah, it's just a standard goblin, of course. You can, like, anyone can paste those. What about here, though? He's doing a lot of damage to the freelancers. Yeah, he's doing about the same amount of damage to the Ogons as everyone else is. So yeah, the Ogons really do have that kind of beefed up defense, which is fine. I mean, I can still, like in a situation like this, I can still just like just do normal attacks with everybody. Hell, Frog got a crit, so that'll just outright kill it. Either way, I mean, the point is, we're good. And honestly, I don't really think that needs to be said. It's pretty obvious we're okay. Now, when we get to the boss, I don't know, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. I mean, it'll be soon, but, like, still, when we come to it. See what's in here. Barrier. Because one must put up barriers to keep oneself intact. These guys we can just straight up attack. And grab that chest up here. That's probably another barrier or something. Mid-ether, okay. Wall ring, that's the straight up casting magic wall. Or a barrier. Barriers are magic walls, I think. Is either between barriers and shields, one casts protect, one casts magic wall. So essentially like using those spells without the people who normally cast them, because protect is normally Luca, and the magic wall is Magus. Mountains are nice. Magic tab. Give that to Magus. Push the right button. Yeah, I should use a shelter here. I probably don't need to, but just like the extra itty-bitty peace of mind. Oh, red vest isn't terrible for what I usually use that for. Another gold earring. I don't need that anymore. Oh, fuck off. Like, what's even the point? Like, half our guys aren't taking damage from you. I mean, goblins are so weak anyway. Like, even the Freelancer can die in one hit. Knock it off, Freelancer. Yeah, go on the other side. Nobody likes you. Right, let's fight Ma Sun Moon. Yeah, I mean, we're here for what the Masamune turns out to be. It's normally the Masamune, but like whatever the check is, that's what we're here for. It's probably the clone. I'd bet money that it's the clone. To be perfectly honest with you. Oh, Jesus. Let's see how well we do against... Wow, they're not doing a lot of damage to us. I mean, again, I don't know, like, how badly we're going to be beaten up by their combined form, but... Ooh, we got a Valkyrie. That's Marl's best bow. With Moss's bravery and nothing, two become one. Also, I don't have Wind Slash, so I can't counter his Tornado move or whatever. That should be okay, though. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I think we're going to do fine here. Yeah, I think we're fine. We probably could have come here earlier. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't... I don't know how to gauge that. Just, like, straight up. But, like, yeah, we're fine. We're fine here. How are you? Alright, I already used all your punches. Shock on him. keep using Dark Bomb. Now you don't have a super high magic, Robo, but still a decent amount. I mean, you don't have any healing spells, so you may as well like use your MP on something. All right, there's no way I can counter this, unfortunately. Well, I won't need to. That worked out. I was fully expecting just to eat dirt. I don't know why. I always dread things for no particular reason. We got Bubble Snap. That's neat. Okay. And we got the clone, right? What do we get? I know it looks like the bent sword. We got the clone. I thought so. So let's go mode. So let's spend some time getting our asses kicked in the Black Omen, shall we? We do need future access, but we have the pendant, so we have our way to the future. We gotta beat Dragon Tank, but that's not going to be a big deal in the slightest. Because Dragon Tank is like early Babby level boss. It's like the second boss in the game. And yeah, from there we can just... We could probably just check some black chests if we really wanted to, but then we can just go straight to Death Peak. And that'll get the Black Omen out. Alright, so let's get arrested. Let's go to prison. Let's make like Dax Shepard and let's go to prison. Did you understand that reference? I also like the tracker, how the tracker turns off Robo and Magus, but not Marl, because she wasn't in the party at the time. I'm not going to bother going after any of the chests in here. If anything, I'm going to, like, just buy a bunch of stuff from shops before going to the Black Omen. Hey! Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Now, I would be a lot more comfortable going to the Black Omen with the Grand Leon, but I have no idea like what kind of bullshit the game would want me to do before I do that, so I'm just not going to worry about it. That's not the right way. Is this the right way? I gotta remember what the right way is. I'm also kind of nervous I always get nervous about the Black Omen because it's so long, and then I'll have to redo a lot of it if I mess up. And I'm playing off of a flash cart on hardware, so I'm not gonna have access to like save states or anything right now. Or at all, I guess. I mean, I know that there are ways to activate save states on the FX Pack Pro, but um, I don't know. I don't think that they're in place by default. I think I have to like actually download like a program, like an executable or something for it, which I haven't done. The only like extra like software or firmware update, like third-party tool, I guess you could say, that I got for it is the Super Game Boy 2 emulation. But I think that's the only like special thing I did with it. Was got the Super Game Boy 2 uh, to work with like, you know, with Game Boy games I put on there. And I just like, you know, use that to play Game Boy games that I don't have physical copies of. Because I mean, with Astro Rabby and all of them, I just use, you know, I have a Super Game Boy 2 that I've been using for Astro Rabby, and I also played Pokemon Yellow on that. I also had like a Super Game Boy 1 that I've had for the longest time. I got that at like I think it was Otakon one year. I got no, Magfest. I'm sorry, Magfest. Like years ago, I got that Super Game Boy 1, and I used that for a lot of things. But I got the Super Game Boy 2 recently because I wanted to speed run Astro Rabby and Final Fantasy Adventure. I don't even need to heal for fucking Dragon Tank. I don't give a shit. But yeah, when you speedrun with a Super Game Boy, the downside is that the Super Game Boy 1 had a weird hardware glitch with like its crystal timer or something. And it ran at a slightly increased clock speed. So some folks, if you play a Game Boy game on a Super Game Boy, some games communities don't allow for it at all to use a Super Game Boy 1. And if you want to use like a Super Game Boy, you pretty much have to use a Super Game Boy 2, because Super Game Boy 2 fixes that bug. And that's the reason I got it. So that's the reason I got Super Game Boy 2. Astro Rabby at least does allow, at least with the way the rules are set up, the way Jangle set up the rules, was that if you play on a Super Game Boy 1, you can have your time converted. But if you play on a Super Game Boy 2, you don't have to worry about that. And I got a Super Game Boy 2 specifically. I mean, I used the Super Game Boy 2 when I was playing through Pokemon Yellow, and it worked great. And I especially liked being able to keep it in the SNES, and because it has another thing that the Super Game Boy 2 has over the Super Game Boy 1 is that it has a link cable port on it. And the Super Game Boy 1 does not. And that was really useful because when I was playing through Pokemon Red a couple of years ago, and I was trading back and forth with my brother's blue version for Pokedex stuff, I had to take it out of the Super Game Boy, bring out my GameCube, put it into the Game Boy player, and then hook the link cable up that way to my Game Boy with the other cartridge in it. But with Super Game Boy 2, I didn't have to do that. And that was pretty great. Got a rainbow helm. It's like the dark helm, except for lightning. It's not the Prism Helmet, which prevents status effects from getting at you. Alright, now we've got future access. And all the future's lit up like we really need to. Fun fact, we don't. But our pendant's lit up. So we can check these black doors while we're here, see what's in here, but I do kind of want to look at some stores and think about, at the very least, buying some revives, because unless I bring Marl back into the party, I don't have a way of reviving anybody. And she hasn't been getting any experience since I got Magus. We can rest in the Enertron for free. That's fine. Eon Suit, Full Tonic, and a Magic Tab. Alright. So let's get our tabs organized. Here we have one of each. Power can go to Robo. Magic can go to Magus. I'll put the speed on Frog since he hasn't gotten any speed tabs yet. And let's take a look at our equipment, see if we have anything that's better now. The Pearl Edge is not. Rainbow Helm is not. It's actually, like, yeah, it's the same thing as the Dark Helm, only it gives you lightning resistance instead of or shadow resistance. Okay, the Nova armor is good because that gives me status protection. So I'll go ahead and put that on Frog because he's the healer. You can keep the hero medal. Robo... I think we can actually go and buy that better weapon for Robo now. You can have the Rainbow Helm just because it's better than the Aeon Helm. You can have the Eon Suit because it's better than the Flash Mail. I don't think there's anything better for Magus. No, the Star Scythe isn't as good. The Eon Helmet's better than the Doom Helmet. Which is fine, because the Doom Helmet doesn't do much else. And I'll keep the Amulet on him. Because, again, status protection is good. I know I probably could put like a magic ring or something on him, but I think I'm okay with this. I like having status protection if I can help it. Also, I'm gonna check the hat store at the Fiona's memorial place in 1000. Whatever it's, I don't remember what it's called. Fiona's Shrine. There we go. Even though Robo was in the shrine, not Fiona. What do you have? Nothing really great. Mid-ethers are fine. Actually, you should equip the Valkyrie anyway, because that's the best weapon that you can get. And I know that I haven't been equipping you with anything, because I haven't really needed to, but... it's whatever. I may as well sell them two I mean, at least one of them. I'm not getting Luca, but... I'll hold on to the other one just for ha-has. I'll just hold on to these. Hide caps I don't need. Load helms we really don't need. We got 5 of those? Jesus. And then I always just hold on to accessories. Because you never know. I might change my mind on the accessory loadout. Who knows? I mean, I don't think I will. I kind of like the concept of Robo's Ribbon. What was the store that had... better weapon for Robo? Was it this one? It wasn't Snail Stop. I don't need the Snail Stop. Was it you? It was not you. I should have written that down, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. Let me double check the shops in the Middle Ages. It might have been one of them because a lot of these I wrote down the defensive stuff that I could buy, but not the offensive equipment. So was it Sandorino? No, it had the Hurricane for Magus, and Magus doesn't even need that now. Is it Poor? No, it has an Eon Blade for Chrono, who we're not getting. Was it Chorus? Damn. Oh, yeah. Magma Hand was one of them. But there was something better than Magma Hand. And it wasn't necessarily Doomfinger. I think there was like another one that was better than that. Was it in Truce? Truce Market 600? Megaton Arm. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Actually, what is the magic ring? That's magic plus 6. I already have one. I could give that to Magus. Because he doesn't have anything else. That's the thing, is he doesn't have anything else that can protect his status, but does it really matter? Because we're going to be fighting Zeal. We're not going to be fighting Lavos. I'll still keep the Nova armor on Frog, because I don't think Magus can equip that anyway. Yeah, Magus will get the magic ring. And then we can sell the Doomfinger. Fuck, we'll sell the Mega Blast as well. We're not using it. Okay. Let's go back to the future. Head straight to Death Peak. So we can take, you know, fucking half the runtime of this video to get through Death Peak. Or to get through Black Omen, rather. Because we're at about an hour 40 minutes now recording time. And that's usually why it takes me like 3 or 4 hours, or at least it's historically taken me 3 or 4 hours to get the receipt of this, because most of that is spent, or at least half of that is spent in the Black Omen, because it's so massive and has a lot of really strong enemies in there. I'm fairly certain that we'll be able to get through it fine, especially considering that a lot of the enemies that we'll be fighting are very high leveled. That's kind of a blessing and a curse. Because we could certainly get our asses kicked, but I forgot to buy revives, didn't I? Yeah, we'll let him. Okay. I think we'll do Death Peak before going to buy revives, I guess. I don't really need them that badly. We can also get some pretty decent levels on Death Peak, if I remember correctly. As long as we don't bypass every single thing, but, like... What level are we now? 21? I think the rando is set up in such a way that we can, like, beat the game at, like, level 30... 35, 35. I think it's a safe end game level. these wind parts are usually the parts that I do have trouble with on this in this area. This part and the shit. I can line myself up against the little doll. He basically just, you talk to him and he makes a tree appear and says you can hide behind trees to not get blown away by the wind. But like he does that too, so you don't really have to talk to him. And it turns out he's a lot easier to position yourself to basically just run into and not have to worry about it. Because as you can see, I slip off the trees quite a bit. Like, I can run into the doll because the doll has a bigger hitbox. The tree does not. Okay, we're good. Then, yeah, you don't even have to summon that first tree. You can just do that. And we turn on Singing Mountain for Death Peak. How much are these guys gonna do? A lot. I think it's manageable. Because we can also just have Magus just cast magic on him. And there are save points here. So it's not that big a deal. As long as I can make it to the first save point here, I'm golden. Because then, I know I saved like right outside Death Peak, but I don't like the dodge the wind by hiding behind the trees screen because it's so inconsistent for me. If only I can remember how to traverse. Go this way? Yes. You don't really have anything that's good for... Yeah, just heal. Frog doesn't have a lot of good multi-hit or multi-target moves right now. He has Frog Squash, which can do a lot of damage, but only if he's at critical health. And he's not right now. Got Dark Mist. That's good. Magic Tab. Alright, here's the save point. Oh, shelter's up here. Okay. Now we're in a position where we can level grind if we need to. Because we can just, like, enter and exit this cave here. And I don't know if the enemies out here respawn, but the enemy inside does. So that's, something. Okay, Shadow heals them, so don't do that again. Actually, I think they're weak to lightning, now that I realize it. I think about it, because I used Shock earlier, and that Robo did a lot of damage with that, so I'll probably use Lightning too. It makes sense, because Lightning has had a few translations. Like, the original... Yeah, there you go. The original translation for it, or the original the classification for it in the Japanese version was heaven. And then they changed it to lightning because Nintendo of America's policies at the time didn't want anything that could be construed as a religious reference. So they had to take heaven out, and they retranslated it as lightning because most of the moves, or most of the texts that Chrono got were lightning based anyway. And then they kind of came to a compromise in the newer translation, starting with the DS version, and called it light. But I think heaven makes the most sense in general, because not only do you have lightning, which can be seen as like a heavenly thing, you also have light with Luminaire, and you also have well, actually, that's it. I mean, you have Wind Slash. Wind kind of is like the same element in to many people as or to many elemental systems as lightning is. Wind and lightning usually go together. He also has life spell. Life 1 anyway. Marl has life 2, but Chrono has life 1. And that's the only kind of healing or support spell that he has. Everything else is like lightning or just like sword attacks. Okay, we don't want to fall off here, because if we do, then we have to do all that again. I think we have to do all that again anyway. Can I jump down? Oh, you can't fall down. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Now we just gotta go back around anyway. We can fight these guys. That's cool, I guess. What's Dark Misty to you? Does enough. That was better than what Fire was doing. You know, I never, I always forget that the, like the parallax, like backgrounds and whatnot in, on Death Peak, you can see like cities in the distance. Because like this just kind of looks like a standard like fantasy area, like, you know, like Mount Ordeals or something like that, but it's not. It's like it's in a post-apocalyptic future. Levels. Yeah, you can see the buildings and stuff in the background, which is kind of cool. Okay, yeah, the enemies out here do respawn. That's fine, because we're right next to a save point. And Lightning 2 and Area Bomb have been doing really well, so it all works out. I know we should be doing more to these guys, but, like, we're also very underleveled. Like, in vanilla, at least. I know that, like, some of the endgame areas are... I think they're rebalanced. But, I'm fairly sure... Again, I'm fairly sure it's rebalanced so that you can beat the game at, like, level 35. But, like... This is not, like, a level 21 area. Like, we're level 24 now. This is not a level for... Or an area for people at level 24. In vanilla. This is like normally I'm usually about level 50-ish when I come here. At least that's what I remember from... Ooh, Green Dream. I'll think about using that. That's actually really good. Basically casts re-raise on you. That guy just... That doll or whatever just basically tells you, hey, be careful of slippy ice. I'm actually surprised I got through that first try, because that's not a fun screen. And you can easily slip off that, and then you'll fall down into the area with the save point. This guy says, basically tells you if you need to go through here, climb the shell, because there were 2 lava spawns that you fought in vanilla, and those other two were taken out. They just left this one because I guess they couldn't find anything else to do with the with like the little ladder puzzle here. Though it is funny on a boss shuffle, because I've seen people play boss shuffle. The last boss shuffle I watched, somebody fought Slash here. I think it was Lilo. Lilo fought Slash here, and he had to push Slash into the proper spot so that he could climb the shell. Even though there was no shell on the screen, it was just Slash. It was just like stuck in his "ow, you hurt me" animation after he got killed. But after the lava spawn, there's no more enemies or anything, so we can just go straight to the Black Omen and see how well we fare. So that's why I'm just using all my spells here. Like, I'm not using anything like, Actually, I can use Black Hole here. No, I can't use Black Hole here. That's a bad idea. Don't attack... Basically what I'm saying is don't attack the shell. Like I just did there. Oh god, that would have been terrible. Because it'll do a lot of damage to you if you attack the shell. I got the Kaiser Arm. I think that's like the second best weapon for Robo. I mean, not counting the, I don't really count the Crisis Arm. I usually use the Terra Arm once because you get the Terra Arm and the Crisis Arm at the same time. But I usually don't use the Crisis Arm because it's too dependent on luck whether or not it will do decent damage. I mean, I know it's dependent on, like, the last digit in your HP. But it's too unreliable for me to really use it in vanilla. I usually use the Terra Arm or whatever the new replacement arm is in the DS version from the Dimensional Vortex. Yeah, I do want to go and see if I can remember what shop was selling the revives. Because I want revives before going in here. Because I don't have any reviving techs, unfortunately. Which is kind of a bummer, but hey. I played the cards I was dealt. I mean, I was dealt Marl, but I didn't use Marl. She had life 2 very early on, too. I probably should have just kept Marl, but I was like, oh, I like Magus! So I used Magus, and now Marl doesn't have any of the fun Magic Tab power-ups that Magus got. I'm sure we'll be fine. I just gotta refine the store. I think it wasn't Truce, because Truce's store is closed. Was it here? It might have been Truce in the Middle Ages. Oh no, here. Here we go. 20 revives ought to suffice. One shit ton of mid tonics, please. Yeah, I can max out on mid tonics. That's great. I think that should do. Where's the black omen? Over here? Let's land and save here. Oh, I should probably heal. Go take a snooze at Chrono's house real quick. Then we'll save right outside Melchior's house. And then head on in. And I know that they took out Mega Mutant, but Giga Mutant and Terra Mutant are still in there. And of course you have to fight Mammon Machine. And I think you still have to fight Zeal 1. Okay, this is a trifle. I just have to like cast any full screen spell and it'll kill them all. Hopefully. They're at 400 HP, I just realized that, and I probably don't have... Okay, I do. Hopefully we'll gain levels quickly enough. That's all I really hope for. Got water too. It's fine. There's also a lot of encounters here. A lot of encounters that you can't skip. And that's mostly why it takes so long. Is because there's so many encounters that you can't skip. But, I mean, I'm not gonna complain about getting experience, but at the same time, like, once I get to a high enough level, I'm gonna just want to be done with it. Why is Frog missing so much? There we go. Fight these guys. I can't remember what these guys are weak to or not weak to. There's a lot of folks around here with... I'll just use Black Hole, but like there's a lot of folks around here with you know, too many fucking weaknesses and resistances, and you know, for stuff that I use a lot. Well, Black Hole can take care of him apparently. That's the new Black Hole, at least for Jets of Time, is just doing damage and not a chance to instant kill. I'll use Shock, because usually machines are weak to lightning. Also, let's be honest, Robo has been doing a lot of damage with like his magic spells. I think Robo's going to end up being the MVP. I don't know if it has to do with Robo's ribbon. That could be a major factor for that. Usually people are like, I don't want Robo's ribbon. It's partially, you know, because it's not... Well, it's probably completely because it's not progress. It's just, you know, a unique buff for Robo. But still... It's nice to have. It seems to be working well for what we're doing here. I do need a lot more levels, though. I am taking a lot of damage. And I haven't found any... I haven't really found a lot of better armor, if any, for Magus. Magus could use the better armor. He's squishy. And he's not, I don't think he's as squishy as he was in vanilla, or he's more squishy than he was in vanilla, I should say. He's not as squishy in vanilla. But he is still like a mage archetype, so like he still does have like lower defense stats and everything compared to everyone else. I just don't like taking 100 damage from things, because that's, you know, for Magus that's like almost a third of his his HP. I'll fight these guys too. Play the boss orb or the sidekick lottery. See if I can get some decent experience and tech points from these guys. They're like the rubbles and other similar items. They're basically like the metal slimes. Like they use an attack on you that locks your items and techs, and they have hella stupid evasion. But if you can kill them, they give you a shit ton of experience and tech points. Okay, hold on. We got some stuff here. I got Slurp Cut. I mean, I have Leap Slash already, so that's not great. We got Heal Beam now, which is basically like a weaker version of Heal. So Robo can be a backup healer. And we got Cure Wave, and didn't we get another? No, we didn't. We got Cure Wave, though. Cure Wave is full heal for the party, which is pretty good to have in a pinch. I just have to make sure that both Frog and Robo have enough MP to use it. Don't all just attack the side. I want to get rid of the Boss Orb, because the Boss Orb can actually attack you. Like so. And he's the only one that can attack him. He's the only one that's easy to hit. Because another thing with these, like, rubble types or metal slime types or sidekicks or whatever you want to call them, is that they don't attack you at all. They just sit here dodging your moves, and then, like, after a while, they'll run away. As seen here. And then you don't get whatever experience or tech points that you would have gotten from them. We got Blade Toss, so we got all of the dual techs for Frog and Robo. So that's not too bad. We got some decently strong water attacks. Like Bubble Snap is a water attack because of how techs kind of work together. It's like if you take a non-elemental tech, like all the physical single techs are non-elemental. If you take a non-elemental attack and you mix it with an attack that has an element, it's just that element. So, like, for Bubble Snap, it's... Robo has, like... Was it Robo Tackle? Yeah, I think they're both Robo Tackle for these two. Like, Blade Toss is Robo Tackle and Leap Slash. And that's a physical. It's non-elemental because those are both non-elemental moves. Bubble Snap will be water type because it's a non-elemental attack from Robo plus a Bubble, which does water damage from Frog. So that's water. But if you mix any two elements together, it'll be Shadow no matter what. So, like, if we had... well, no, if they're two of the same element, then they'll be the same. Like, if we had Marl in our party... we could mix Water 2 and Ice 2 together to make Glacier. That does water damage because both those techs are water. But if we had, like, a good example is if you have Luca and Marl, and you use Fire and Ice together, it'll make Antipode Bomb. Because one is Fire and one is Ice, they mix together, it makes shadow. No matter what elements are involved, if more than one different element mixes together, it's shadow. So antipode, I think all three of the antipode, they're all antipode, antipode 2, antipode 3. All of the antipodes are shadow damage. Oh dear. Well, we can use our first one of these. Steal some MP. Okay, well at least it's not HP. I mean, MP is still what he needs, but it could be worse. Kirway still does a decent amount. 200's not bad. That's like a lower. It's still a lower tier. That's for a lower tier healing move. Is 200. That's. God damn it. Fuck off, everybody. I hate all of you. Now it's annoying. I don't even care that it took all of Magus's MP to do that. I wasn't having it anymore with that. Besides, I got ethers and shit, so it's fine. Because I don't remember if I'm near a save point or not. Probably closer to a boss than I am a save point. Level 27. Oh yeah, I'm at the I'm in an elevator part. So that's fun. He lied. Okay, I remember using Black Hole on these guys and it was fine. Oh, I can only hit the one because it's a... You can pick the target, but it's an AoE. Okay, that was fine. Alright, more levels, good. Keep them coming. Keep the levels coming. I would like those. Alright, here we go. And also these rooms, these guys respawn, if I remember correctly. So if need be, I can, you know, grind XP off of these guys if I need to. As long as I kill, like, the boss orb, like, right away. I might actually see if I can do that off screen real quick. Let me leave the room and then come back in. They're dropping elixirs and shit, too. That's really good. I think the boss orb drops those, but... Okay, they're not respawning. They'll respawn if you leave the area and come back in. Like, if you leave the Black Omen and come back in, they'll respawn. Or at least in the very first room where you encounter them, they'll respawn. I guess certain rooms they don't. I remember grinding tech points in a, like a cleared game. Like, I went back to the cleared game and I started doing other stuff like getting everyone's techs. And I remember one of these rooms I actually ground tech points off the grinded ground. Whatever the proper way to say that that word is. I had a grinding session for tech points off of these guys, and I was able to get all of my missing techs that way. It was in the first room where you find them, so I don't know if they just respawn there or if that was just like a DS version thing, but I do remember there was like some sort of circumstance where these guys, you could like exit the room and then come back in and these guys would be back. And I'm really hoping, because that's a thing, because Rubbles, like if you find them like on Mount Woe or in Giant's Claw, they do not respawn. I am noticing a nice increase in things like hyper ethers and elixirs, which is pretty fantastic. I will never say no to you know, full heal, and like, you know, full MP restore. I'm gonna be saving those for, you know, final boss fights. So I'm not going to necessarily use them all on the way. I gotta be close to a save point now, I think. I think Giga Mutant's just up ahead. Another flea vest. No, nothing over there. Wasn't anything over here, was there? No, there's just that elixir down there. Okay. I could have sworn I was getting close to a save point. I know right before one of the mutant fights there's one. Which is good, because if it kicks my ass, that I have an easy way back in. Keep pushing the start button to bring up the menu when it's X. Ooh, I've been using speed tabs. Everybody gets one, Robo gets two. What's everyone's speed at? Frog's almost maxed out. Max speed is 16. Like, everything else has like 99 as max, but for whatever reason speed is capped at 16. And Frog is nearly capped on speed, which is pretty cool. What's over here? More Ruminators? Oh no, these guys. I don't like these guys. Actually, what level am I at now? I missed what level I'm at. 28. Still don't think I'm in the best shape to go up against the end boss here. I still think like 35, maybe 40. Like, I'd definitely be comfortable fighting her at 40, but 35 is like the minimum I would want to go in there with. I mean, I may not have a choice but to go in at like 30 or whatever, but I'd rather not if I can help it. Like, I might find a place, like if I can find a place to grind like sidekicks off screen or something like that, then I would do that to get some extra levels. But it's not looking like it's an option right now. I think this is where the save point is. No, it's not. Actually, I think the next save point is up at the there's a couple of news that have a shop set up. like one is a shop and one you can exit the Black Omen. I'm not going to exit the Black Omen. I'm not going to go through all that again. I don't know, I might use it as a... Well, there is a save point nearby, so I could reload if or I could reset if it doesn't turn out that way. But I was thinking like I could exit the Black Omen and then go back to the first room with the sidekicks in, and just do that off screen. Yeah, here we go. Alloy Blade. Was that for Frog or... No, that was for Chrono. Alright, let's use the speed tab we just got. Let's max out Frog's speed. Just because I think it's funny. And... What's the... Oh, full ether is just 60. Hyper ether is just full. Okay. It's kind of a misnomer. Alright, there's my shelters. That's what I was looking for. Alright, what does the shop new have? You're the shop. Got a lot of great stuff. Gold earring, which I don't really need. Dash ring, which I don't really need. You sell amulets. If I wasn't so intent on just keeping Robo's ribbon on Robo, I would go for the amulet. I also haven't been running into too many things that give me status effects, so I'm not that worried about it right now. Okay, let's use the magic tab. I'm gonna save again. In just 1 second, I'm going to exit the Black Omen. And, see if that sidekick room respawns. So, I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, we're back, and it turns out that the first room that we fought the boss orbs and sidekicks in actually do respawn when you leave and come back in. It's, for whatever reason, that other room doesn't do that, but the first room where they are does do that. So I spent about, I would say about an hour level grinding up to level 30. I did get up to level 35 off of the boss orbs and the, well, mostly the sidekicks. I just got a couple of extra levels for Frog and Robo on the way back to where we were. Also, a lot of stuff drops speed tabs here, so I was able to max out Robo's speed as well. And we have all of our text for those 3 characters, so we're good to go forward. There were some enemies that were like permanently dead and didn't come back, like the guys at the beginning with the shields. They were still gone. Any of the panels that I destroyed were still gone. A couple of other things here and there, but yeah, I just like ran back and forth in that one room for like an hour and like watched YouTube while leveling up to 35 on everybody. So I'm pretty much at a point now where I'm comfortable, where I feel comfortable enough to proceed to the end game and actually be able to complete the playthrough here, which is pretty good. It's still probably going to take me about a while to get me through the rest of the Black Omen, because it can be kind of a slog. But the path between the beginning and where we just were, where that save point just was, where the news were, isn't as far as I thought. Just like kind of running through it. I mean, I still had to do like redo some of those encounters on the way because I couldn't skip them. But yeah, I think it's just like a situation where it's a lot worse than I remember it being. But I'm still fairly sure that like on my other playthroughs of the game, because I just actually stopped the recording and did a whole new one, so I only have 2.5 hours of recording on this one. But I'm fairly sure that when I stopped recording, it was like 2 hours. But I remember when other seeds I did of this game, like half of that time, like at least an hour or so, being spent in here. But yeah, I did like feel the want to just make sure that I had. See, they're dropping speed tabs too. Does Big Hand, is that better than Kaiser Arm? No, it's not. But I think I should be able to clear this and still have enough time in my day to in my night to get some Rabby runs in as well, or at least some Rabby attempts. I forgot I need to take out the boss orb first. So here's the other room where they show up. There's actually a one of the fights in here is actually against two groups of these at once. So you actually have a chance of getting like, an encounter where you leave with like 2,000 experience and like, I don't know, was it like 1,000 tech points? And like when you really think about it, it's not really the experience points that are the big deal, it's the tech points. Because I've run into a lot of these like I'm not earning tech points anymore because I just have all the tech, so I don't need them anymore. But like there are a lot of encounters here that just straight up will give you more than 1,000 experience points naturally, and they don't run away. You can just do that. But I did kind of go back and forth in that one room just doing that. So it worked out. I think it was also because those encounters are relatively safe because once you kill the boss orb, nothing attacks you. It's just the sidekicks they just have a lot of experience, but they don't fight back. So you can just just try your luck and just mash the A button until the battle's over, and hopefully you came out on top. Another big hand. We don't need those. Also, because they drop elixirs and hyper ethers, I have a shit ton of those now. So yeah, I think I'm good for endgame here. Yeah, here's where you fight two groups of them at once. They even use lock all on you twice. Oh no, I wanted to attack the other boss orb. Because that'll still do like 100 damage, I think, yeah. Alright, now you can just like focus on whatever, focus attack, whatever. Actually, let me target the one that's hurt, because Robo did hit that one. Well, there, I'm coming out with 1,000 experience at least. I'm not going to say no to 1,000 experience. It's, better than nothing, especially from like a free encounter like this, but like I said, there are plenty of encounters where you do get more. And another speed tab, wow. Black Omen, more like speed tab Omen. Yeah. fight these guys in a tubster again. So I actually feel a lot better off than, you know, when I bought like 20 revives. I'm like, I might need 20 revives, but like, I'm only going to need revives now, like, if I get really unlucky, because elixirs can just, like, take care of everything. More or less. I mean, like, between Zeal 1 and the Mammon Machine, because of how Zeal 1 attacks you, that might be a bit of a problem, because you don't heal up in between. And Zeal primarily hits you with an HP to 1 ability, and there's a good chance that you'll still have, like, 1 HP on everybody going into the Mammon Machine fight, so you just gotta be quick. And I usually pop a Mega Ether, or Mega Elixir in Vanilla, but I don't have any of those. I have regular Ethers, just everyone's gonna have to use, or Elixir, everyone's just gonna have to use an Elixir. Which is fine. It's just I'm not gonna get as much damage out of my first turn. Also, I don't have the Masamune, so... that's got to factor into things, because the Masamune lowers the... Oh, they got instant kill moves. That's not good. Now I need the revives. Can I Dark Bomb you and be okay? Or are you immune to, like, everything that I throw at you now? Because we're just at the point where, like, everything absorbs magic. No, it's fine. Well, see, now I'm glad I have the revives. But if you, like, don't do that... I can use a couple of these. No, I don't even need to. Heal does so much. I don't even need it. Like, I'll use one just to top them off, but, like... I don't even need the revive, because, like, if you make it to the end of a stage, or make it to the end of an encounter, everyone who's, you know, who was killed just revives with 1 HP. Now I feel like fighting more of you. Pretty much at the place where I want to be. I did see I got a Wonder Shot a little bit ago, which I'd probably care more about if Luca was with us, but I also don't really care much about it because the... I know that there's an algorithm to it, but the Wonder Shot does random damage. Like, literally does random damage. Like, it could do a shit ton, it could do, like, 1. We got Power Tab. How many tabs do we have now? We actually have 2 Power Tabs. I'll do that. A Load Vest. I don't think that's something that we need. How's it compared to Eon Armor? No, still not as good as Raven Armor. Magus's starting shit is apparently good enough. I mean, he has a new helmet right now, but other than that, that's about it. Alright, here we got Giga Mutant. Where's it Terra Mutant? It's one of the two. I think they get them mixed up. No, it's Giga Mutant. Even though, like, Terra Mutant is, like all the... I actually was looking at this up yesterday. And, like, Terra Mutant appears to be... Like, if you look at the wikis and stuff, Terra Mutant looks like it's the green one, and Giga Mutant looks like it's the black one. But clearly here, Giga Mutant is green. And... we obviously are up against him before Terra Mutant, because it only makes sense. Because Giga comes before Terra in that, and we had the Mega Mutant, which was taken out like it was taken out of its spot for the rando. You go Mega Giga Terra. That's the like the hierarchy there. Now, obviously, from what I can tell, he's like really resistant to physical. So I'm just gonna use shock, and I should probably use dark matter on him, honestly. Maybe black hole. Because he's just eating magic points. He's not eating, like, hit points. I'll use black hole on him, not dark matter. It costs a bit less. You keep healing, because there's not much else that you can do here. I could cast water, too, if I really wanted to, but I don't. They're going to be doing more damage with magic than Frog is, I think. Or at least Magus will be. Robo, I'm just using... Let's use Dark Matter, see how that compares. Yeah, plus with all the damage that they are doing. It's just best to heal with Frog right now. Okay, yeah, Dark Matter's doing more. I'll stick to that. Actually, use a full ether. Not on... God damn it. Not on Frog. On Magus. That was a waste. I don't appreciate that one bit. Magus isn't going to fall asleep. Will he? Oh yeah, I took off the amulet. I forgot about that. I don't have any, like, heal items, do I? Like the ones that heal status effects? I do not. I should have thought of that. Especially because they're like $10 each. And I found them in like the very first place I checked. The very first shop I checked. They were there for like 10 gold. He dropped a Mega Elixir. So we got a free fresh start going into Mammon Machine at the very least. I think we'll hit another save. We'll hit another save before Terra Mutant. So I'm not too worried about using another shelter right now. Another elevator. That's fantastic. He lied. Oh, these guys. These guys are fine. Remember them having more HP than that? But I think I just might be thinking of vanilla and stuff is just scaled down here. But I remember them having like 1100 or something like that, and at least vanilla. That's probably part of the scale down. Another speed tab. I think we're going to max out Magus' speed here. Yep, sure enough. Well, speed tabs are useless to me now. Unless I really want to give them to Marl. Which really won't do anything for me. Because I'm not using Marl. If I'd gotten the gold rock, I would have used Marl. That's pretty much like the long and short of it. If I had the ability to use Grand Dream, then I would be using Marl. I'd probably be a lot better off, to be honest, but that's not what happened here. Okay, the other one's not close enough for area bomb. Just attack it. Fortunately, their primary attack is just taking out half of your remaining health, but they may have like other things that'll just do straight damage to you. So I always like to be careful. One of my favorite things that enemies do, like with abilities like that, New has like exactly 2 attacks that it does. One does 1 damage and one takes your HP down to 1. I always found that amusing. And it doesn't always use them in like the order that's intended for. Like you'd think that like the strategy would be take your HP down to 1, then attack you with the 1 attack to kill you. But while I have had that happen on occasion, it doesn't always happen that way. Like he'll use like the HP to 1 attack and then use the HP to 1 attack again. I see him use the HP to 1 attack more often than I do the 1 HP attack. Okay, where's this? This is Terra Mutant. Oh, I thought there was a save point there. I was mistaken. Whoops. It's not like I can't use like elixirs or something. And that's just as good as using shelter, but like that also kind of worries me because like I said, I'm on hardware. I don't have save states, so if we die, we're going back to right before Giga Mutant. Which isn't that big a deal. It wasn't that far back, but I'd still like to do as little backtracking as possible. Like, I did enough backtracking going back to the beginning of the dungeon so that I could grind off-screen for an hour. That's, like, the extent that I want to do backtracking today. Oh, okay. Alright, no, we're set. We're okay. We'll use our last shelter here. So now we can take out Terra Mutant. And I think it has some kind of the same sort of things with Giga Mutant, like it like takes HP out of its base or whatever, but I don't think this one is super resistant to physical attacks. Let me try. Like, I think the play is using physical attacks. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah, so he eats HP out of the out of the bottom part of him. The bottom part is healed a little bit by magic, but the top part still takes a lot of damage from magic. So the goal is to get him to eat all of the HP out of his base and kill himself. Because he's eating a lot more HP than is being healed by the magic spells you're using on him. And that does include things like shock, by the by. And I'll just have Frog stand by to heal when we need it. That's pretty much like my MO for Frog now, is just like he stands by and heals unless he can... Oh shit. Well. Use an elixir on him too. While we're here. Doesn't do nearly as much damage to Frog. I think it's because he has the magic wall up from the hero medal. So I should probably cast magic wall on Magus. That might actually be a good idea. Because everyone else has magic wall up because of the accessories. So I will do that. Then when he uses that devastating fireball move, he probably won't die. Yeah, well, that all works out. But all that stuff I don't need. A lot of experience points, though. That's pretty nice. Oh, there's the blue rock. So if I had Luca, we could do Omega Flare, but we don't, so we can't. I think we're nearing the end. I think this is the Elder Lavos spawn, right? Yes, it is. Not too worried about it, because you know I have plenty of heals and things, but I will have Frog start doing things like Leap Slash here. Because I keep forgetting. Does Dark Bomb still hurts the shell, right? Yes, it does. So I'm not going to cast with Magus. I'll just have him attack. He's helping. That's the gist of the strategy there. Magus is helping. I'm going to use a Hyper Ether on Robo so he can keep on Uzi punching. Magus can just toss out items if need be. So he's basically turned into Frog for this. With his item-based healing. But I'm still healing with Frog, so... yeah, I need to heal here. Because Destruction Zone does a decent amount of damage. I could probably just, like, let the HP go for, like, a little longer than I am, but... I also get paranoid about these things, because I don't know what he's going to pull out of his ass to just kill everyone outright when they're below half their HP. Oh, he also does Dark Bomb. That's neat, I suppose. Okay. Ooh, a Brave Sword. Is that better than what I have? I know that's for Frog. It is. Actually, what's the crit rate on it? Same as normal. Yeah, I'd rather have the higher attack than the slight magic attack boost. Panels. There should be another save point right before Zeal, but I don't remember. If there isn't one, I'll just, like, heal up right... well, there's one right here, so this is probably it. And I'll use... let's use regular mid-ethers first. Because I'm not going to be using these in battle. Battle, it's all going to be, like, hyper ethers. Yeah, we're all at least level 40 now, so I'm very comfortable with my level now. And here we go. Last string of bosses. At least for this flag set. I know that there are flag sets that make it so that once you beat Zeal here, then you just go on to Lavos anyway, but one of the flags that's set up here is that that Zeal 2 is a final boss, so that's what we're doing. I don't have to, worry too much about it. She just has HP to 1. Okay, yeah, we're going in with 1 HP. I'm gonna pop my Mega Elixir for this. Just to give us all a full heal. Now I forget exactly how this works. I think if you attack it, it'll bring its defense up, and then like magic will do something too. Magic, I think, increases attack. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. And then the Zeal fight is going to be interesting because even though she's like a 3-part boss, if you hit the hands, that is very bad for you, and you don't want to do AoEs or multi-hit because you only want to hit the you only want to hit like the face, basically. And that's true for vanilla as well. If you attack the hands, it is a stupid bad idea. I think like one of the hands takes like just is MP Buster and kills all of your MP. The other one is Halation and takes you down to 1 HP. I think that's what the hands do if you attack them at all. Okay, I think it's done with its energy converting bullshit. I think we bypassed that phase pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. We got a lot of Luca guns going in. But, we're actually going into the Zeal fight in fairly good shape. I mean, we're maxed out HP-wise as far as I know, but we do need to be careful of our MP. Robo's going to be the MVP here. Because Uzi Punch is just going to be doing the most damage here. Frog is going to be on heals. Magus, I think you can cast Dark Bomb on the face and be okay. But I can never remember. I'm fairly sure I remember doing that in vanilla, so it should be fine. But if not, then Magus can, I guess, just, well, I mean, I need Magus to cast Magic Wall on himself, first off. Because her attacks are all magic-based, and they can do buku magic damage. Robo gets a Hyper Ether. I'm going to keep Frog on standby for heals. Can Dark Bomb. If the fucking thing will get out. Okay, I can cast Dark Bomb on the face and be fine. That's good to know. That will not hit hands. Alright, you're just going to Uzi Punch. Dark Bomb actually does do a decent amount of damage too, so that's what Magus will be doing, just casting Dark Bomb. I think we've got this. I'll do a heal with Frog, and yeah, that should just be the fight. Hopefully nothing like big will happen out of left field. I know she can use Halation, just like on her own, and that can be a problem. She has been known to pull bullshit out of her ass before, and just like wipe the party for like no good reason. But I think we should be in decent shape as long as we keep healing, and as long as I can keep Magic Wall up on Magus. Because that is going to wear off. Luckily, the magic defense boost for Frog and Robo is permanent because of their accessories, but... And because we came in with Magus, it is playing the correct boss theme. Because when you come in with Magus, it plays Magus's boss theme instead of the standard, like, super boss theme, I guess you could say. We can heal through that. And everyone's maxed out on speed, too, so getting turns in will not be a problem. Alright, I need to... I'm not gonna use Frog for items. I need Frog to be ready to heal at any time. Barrier Null. Oh, right. So, yeah, like now. So, like, if we need to use an item, they can just use it themselves and just, like, sacrifice their damage that turn. And it's fine. But I'll also need them to use items to heal Frog's MP. Like now, because I need him to... Again, I need him to heal at any time. Like right now. Right now is a very good time to heal. So as long as we can recover quickly enough from like downed MP or super attacks or the like, we should be fine for the rest of the battle. Oh, Magus needs to cast Magic Wall on himself again. It just ran out. Just gotta do a bit of menuing to get to it, but no big deal. This is gonna hurt. That's one of the bad attacks. Oh, Robo's down. Oh, GG. Fortunately, I didn't have to scramble too bad when Robo went down, because like the battle went immediately after. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I like that a lot. Even with the, I mean, even in that, I don't mind the off-screen grinding either, because you know, that's just relaxing to me. So that's this particular playthrough of Jets of Time. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did playing through it, and hopefully, I don't think there really is much else to say here. But yeah, hopefully Greg will be back in time for more SMT shenanigans next week. And if not, I'll find something else we can do, another rando. But these are great for filling in time. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So hopefully next week SMT and Greg will be back, and we'll start shuffling water around for some guy who kind of looks like Jesus, but I don't remember what his name was. I think we call him Enzo. Either way, I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?